for joining us, Jacob.
Yeah, no problem.
Anyway, as it's saying here, as soon as we get the Zoom going with the YouTube, everyone welcome Andrea. She's our new member. And her husband is James Tyson, who's on the village trustee. And she lives right across the street from the office here. So when we actually start meeting again, she'll have an easy walk. So welcome, Andrea. We've been trying to get Andrea on the board for about 10 years now, so this is awesome. Now we're about on YouTube here, so maybe. There we go. All right. Now we're making progress. Okay. Can you guys hear me all right? I'm broadcasting from my phone here, so.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So next I want to introduce a special guest tonight. You guys have been paying attention to the Bullsfield Advance or anything else that's going on out there. We have a new temporary village administrator. His name is Darwin McClary, and he is on with us tonight. So everyone say hi to Darwin.
Hello, everybody. And I don't know why he's saying special, unless that's code for something.
Now I'll throw it to you for a minute, Darwin, if you'd like to say anything, and then we'll get into business.
Sure. Thank you, Eric. First of all, I'm thrilled to be here tonight with all of you. I am only here for probably about 3 or 4 months while the village council goes through the process of recruiting and selecting a new permanent village administrator. I am so excited to be here. I am actually a Siena alum, way back before many of you were even born. So this is coming home for me of sorts. I have managed communities, both large and small, in Michigan, from as small as 1,300 population all the way up to 34,000 population. And so I am a native of Detroit. I was born and raised in northern Oakland County. My family, both sides of my family have been here since at least the 1850s. And actually, my 5th great grandparents came from New York and settled right here in Lenawee County back in the 1840s. So I'm excited to be here. I can tell you, I am so impressed with the village of Blissfield. What a beautiful community. I love the historic architecture here. We have a great team working at the village. Wonderful people who have been so helpful and supportive of me this first week on the job, and keeping me laughing the whole way. Just a great sense of humor, especially Brandon and Lisa and Holly and Eric. Eric and I haven't talked too much. We've met a couple times, but you know, I feel like I really fit in here with everybody. And I have talked a little bit to Jake about the trail project, and we are meeting on Monday. And Jake, just to let you know, I have invited Eric and our DPW supervisor, Brent, to attend that meeting as well, so that we can all talk together. So with that, I won't bore you with all the details about me. But I'm thrilled to be here with all of you, and thank you so much for all that you do. We appreciate you so much.
Thanks, Darwin. We appreciate you being here tonight. First thing I want to lead off with is, what are you eating, Hannah? She's frozen out. She might be muted us. Anyway. You guys get your agendas and meeting minutes and everything all right?
Yes.
Okay. We're on a weird delay here, so let's take a look at those, and do have a motion to approve the minutes.
I reviewed them. I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Okay,
Second.
do I have a second?
We'll second it.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. All right. Motion approved. All right, let's get into the actual meeting here. Old business. The old pool site. We're still in not negotiation. We're still discussing. Joe had sent out a kind of a plan of what we were looking at. As you all know, we kind of agreed that to present to council, putting some type of music amphitheater down there, and turning that into kind of a music area. Yes, Andrea. You just waving? Okay. And I know Joe kind of gave us the idea too, and we talked about it. We approved it, a community center down there. So I'm not sure how that's going to roll yet, but just know that it has went to council. They briefly talked about it with no real discussions as far as what the next step is. But I'm sure that will be coming. It's one of those things where we're going to have to apply for grants or do some fundraisers to get the money to do that. But I think it's really important, especially the music amphitheater. I'm really hoping that definitely rolls out. The community center, I'm not quite sold on that yet, but hey, we'll do whatever we need to do, just because of the size and stuff down there. So, any discussion on the old pool site at all?
Yeah, I listened to that meeting, and what I heard Joe saying was not what I remember us saying in our meeting. Yes, we talked about turning it into, making the cement amphitheater part down there by where it floods, and retaining the bathrooms and other facilities that are right there, currently in good shape by the pool. And we had talked about reusing the pool locker room structure facility as somewhat of a community room. But I don't remember us saying that would be a community rec center. To me, when we say rec center, I'm not thinking that one, unheated seasonal room down by the river. I mean, that site wasn't able to be used for a pool any longer because it floods. So I'm not sure that we even would be able to build another, a year-round structure down there. But I just don't remember that being part of our discussion.
Right, and how we discussed it on our 5-year plan was more. We discussed it more as we wanted to see some kind of recreation center. And it was wrote down more as a community center. So that's something I think we have a very good council, and that's something on the go forward. I don't want to look back on too many of these things in the past. I want to make sure we're going forward. So I think, we can move forward with that and see what we need to do, see what council suggestion is on what they would like to see us do the next thing. So I'll probably have it on the agenda for a while until we kind of figure out. Hopefully we have some free reign this year with the COVID crap. We can do some of our normal stuff. So I just wanted to touch briefly on that and just let you know that's what was discussed. And Emily was on the meeting. I know exactly what she's saying about that meeting. So there was a little bit of miscommunication, but that's all right. We're moving forward. So moving on to the next on the list, the Christmas tree event review. And I know we really didn't discuss this as a group because we didn't meet in December. I don't think we met in November either because we didn't have a quorum for some reason, but that's okay. What we did, I got with it was Heather, myself through DDA, and Stacy Boscom through the Girl Scouts, and we discussed, what we could do since there was no light parade, of possibly, bringing the parade down to the park for a weekend, put floats down there, let people drive through. We were time constrained, so we really didn't have the time to do that. So we decided on doing the Christmas trees. I don't know how many of you saw that down at the park. We lined the the drive all the way back through the park, almost back to the old pool site, with Christmas trees. People could donate money, $75. You could buy a tree, decorate it. We put your name on it. And we had pretty good success. We got a pretty good deal on the Christmas trees. So we sold about 21 trees. And for a last minute thing, it worked out pretty well. And what we did with the money then, we took and donated it to the restaurant workers in town. We had 5 different restaurants we donated to. And it wasn't a lot of money originally to come out, but DDA stepped up and donated an extra $100 per person. So each person got over $100 that works in the restaurants in town, just to kind of help them out, because it's pretty tough right now. So it turned out to be a really nice little project. People were really happy. There's a lot of people that went down there and decorated trees and went down and looked. Andrea's tree was probably the best looking tree down there. She did one for Euclid's. And so it turned out well. What's something we'll probably do next year again, and plan it a little earlier so we can have even more success and even more trees. So I just wanted to update you guys, because I know you probably weren't very involved. And Emily's family decorated one really nice. They decorated a bunch of them, actually. The one you saw in the paper with the gnome tree, that was Emily's family. So yeah, it turned out pretty cool. It was a pretty good event. So, and people were pretty happy with it. So to see Heather, thank her for participation also. She was a big leader in the event. So, any questions on that, Emily or Andrea? You guys were kind of knew what was going on there.
I thought it was a great idea. It'll be nice next year to have more time. I think just having a Facebook presence with that, we could do, I don't know, sell a lot more trees, get a lot more people involved. I know Adrian does the huge presentation of one. So kind of following in their footsteps a little bit more and making it bigger. It was great. Even with the parade, it'd be nice to, for next year to see a parade and have the trees all combined in one would, I think, be a great event.
It would. That'd be awesome. Yeah. I think we could start it, 1st of November, start planning, or even before that, have a game plan. So we ended up getting our Christmas trees. Hi, Jake's daughter. We ended up getting our Christmas trees from Kamara Fire Department. They gave us a good deal on them. So that was nice of them. So we're on a weird delay. People positive it, but nothing coming out. So just to update you on that, that's what we did, kind of as an event for the fall, or for the winter, that we were involved in. Moving on.
Emily. Yeah, I thought it was really nice. It really brought something to the park that, that there was something for us to do, walk and see. It was a good activity. I did see a lot of families down there the few times that I went down. I definitely think, like Andrea said, the social media or advertising presence can be improved. And that I had a question: who, if anybody, currently runs the Parks and Rec social media presence?
I think I pawn that off to you if you want it. Are you interested in doing that? It was Renee did it in the past. Renee Cantrell, when she was on. We really haven't had anyone on top of it since then. So, are you interested? Is that something you'd be interested in, or anyone else? Or
yeah, I would be interested in working on it.
Awesome.
I know, like with the young people, they might be better, like maintaining. Like I thought, especially with Christmas tree lights, like an Instagram presence. Because I think, like if the event was a little bit bigger, I know the teenagers like to go to the Adrian Light Show and get their selfies in, or at least that's what my kids did. So I think definitely room to grow in that aspect. Yes, I definitely be interested in taking the lead on that.
Cool.
not just for the lights, but for all of our activities.
Excellent. All right. Any other comments on the trees? It was pretty. All right. Trail update. We haven't talked about the trails in a while. We really haven't had any updates, but as Darwin was saying, Jake, myself, and Brent, and myself are getting together Monday and talk about some options and different things with the trails. I'm going to throw this to Jake, and he can talk a little bit more about what we're thinking. He's kind of a backer, the Rotary president when all this kind of went down with the Rotary. So go ahead, Jake.
So we started talking about it the other day. I went in and talked to Joe because with COVID, everything got slowed down and we haven't been meeting in person in Rotary either. But I know that the deadline for the grant application is April 1st. And that is a Michigan, was a Department of Natural Resources trust fund grant or something like that. I can't remember the exact wording for the grant, but I've got the website and the application, and there's a list of criteria on there. And part of it we're going to take care of with our meeting with Darwin and Brent and Eric and myself, because we need a maintenance plan for the trail system, because there's essentially a checklist on this grant application. You get so many points for all of it. So you get points for community support, points for maintenance plan, points for all these different things. So I got to go through the checklist and make sure that we're putting together the most competitive grant we can. So I've got to get a couple things around. I've got a member of Rotary that's going to write an abstract for the plan and the trail system itself. And then we have letters of support coming in. I've got a few of them. I think I got one from actually Emily just a little bit ago. And I've got probably 6 or 7 other letters since we put out on the Rotary Facebook too, that we needed it. So if you see that Facebook post, please share it. If you want to write a letter, it only has to be like a paragraph or 2 saying how you think trails would benefit Blissfield, help the community in general, because the more community support we have, the better the application is going to look. And that grant's up to $300,000. So with Rotary, $70,000 and the potential for that amount of money, we could fully fund the project almost immediately. So it would be, nice. I think it said that the grants take close to a year to process once they're all said and done. They put you in and they kind of put you up against competing applications and see who's applied, who's got one recently, and this, that, and a bunch of other stuff. But I'm really new to it. So there's a couple of Rotarians that have wrote and received a lot of grants for projects. So I've got them kind of involved, and they're going to help me with the application process. But the next step's really getting those letters of support, and then getting our 5-year plan put on the it's a Michigan website that I've got the name of. We have to upload our 5-year plan to that website by February 1st to be eligible for that grant. If we don't do that, we're not eligible. So we need to do that anyway for state funding for certain things. So it would behoove us to get on that. So that's pretty much the update from my end.
Cool. Yeah, we don't want to mess around and have Rotary say, "Hey, we have another project now," and I know it's been slowed down by COVID, hasn't helped, but now it's time to start rolling again. Hopefully, there's some light at the end of the tunnel. So, cool. Any questions on that for Jake? No, ice cream's all right. Still cold.
Do you have a deadline for when you need letters back by?
Well, I mean, I think the letters, as long as they're in before the application deadline of April 1st, is fine.
Okay.
So, I mean, the worst that can happen is if we get them in, we just won't use them. But the more we get in, the better. So, yeah, ask people, put out the word.
You want those letters sent to you, Jake, or
They can be sent to me. Yeah, they can be sent to me, or they can go to the Rotary PO box. It's just PO Box 4. in Blissfield. So if you want to send a physical copy, you can send it there. You can drop it by Transcend, or you can email it to myself.
I did have a question. So this letter is written to Blissfield Rotary.
No, just write it as a to whom it may concern. I would think it's
Okay.
because it's for a Michigan grant, so it goes to the people who are reviewing the grant application.
I'll get
Jacob,
you one
can you
this week.
share what the idea of the trails are, like where they're going to be located? Is there
Yeah,
some type of,
it's in the they're going to be located actually across both the parks, down by the river there. So the idea, and I have drawings at the clinic. Actually, I have a few.
oh, nice.
A few different ones. They're the same. They're the same diagram, but I have copies of them, and I can actually give you one if you want
Okay.
to look at. But it'll make everything pretty much ADA accessible in terms of like the walk bridge and the footbridge and all that. So there's a large portion of the trail that'll go through the is it the west side of the river, kind of winding through the trees and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then a couple different paths through the east side of the river, one connecting, I believe, the parking lot right up behind those apartments, or the drive right behind those apartments on this side of on the east side of the ball field to the walk path, or the walk bridge. And then another section that goes along the river and around the Rotary field back there. So it'll make everything pretty accessible. We've got drawings and estimates from Pogemeyer, I think. I can't remember how you say it. But I have some at the clinic. So next time I see James, maybe I'll give him one, because I've got like some nice ones on Tyvek that Riverbend supplied us with.
Yeah, nice.
And I've got one too, Andrea. If you deliver mail or something, stop in the office, I'll show you.
I'll pick one up. Thanks.
Would it
All
be
right.
possible to email, like scan it and email it out so everybody could see? I know I've seen it, the big poster board up at the office, but that was quite a while ago.
Yeah, I'll check if I have it in my email. I don't have something that can scan the size of the paper that I have, because it's large. It was going to be used for our Rotary auction as a display. So I've got a couple on poster boards, and I've got a few. I probably got 5 or 6 copies on Tyvek, so they're kind of, you can roll them up and fold them out. I probably do have a digital copy, so I can try to find.
Or even just a picture of the bigger file, just attach that to an email. That would be fine.
Okay.
As well.
Cool. So that will be on our go forward agenda for quite a while, as it has been, but actually making some progress on this now that we're into the new year. This is all go forward, not go look behind. We're going forward this year. So, okay, let's move on to new business. Just briefly, let me tell you, in December, I kind of put together a pool plan. It's kind of a month by month of what I was asked to do this by Joe to kind of what we need to do with the pool as far as getting it ready, personnel, all different types of things. I will send this to you guys. I meant to do that with everyone today, and I got busy. But Emily, you saw it. I'll send it to you. It's something the council hasn't looked at yet, I don't believe. But we are meeting in a couple of weeks to see what they want as far as my productivity, my activity within the pool. So we'll see where that rolls out. But I wanted to do this too, and just kind of give an idea of kind of a direction to follow. So I'll send that to you, and feel free to send me a text or anything if you guys have any questions. But as we talked in the past, we want to put together a pool committee. I know Emily and I have talked, Andrea and I have talked about this, and there's some other people in town that are very interested in putting together a pool committee. So what I would like to know now is the interest from you guys. And it could be anyone, or it can be no one. You don't have to succumb to the pressure here, but if anyone's interested in being on this pool committee, exactly what that's going to look like yet, I don't know. But I know in the past we've talked about, they would be doing programming, get the pool organized. And like I said, we're not looking back. We got the pool open last year for a few months. We know there were some issues, but hey, the pool got open. It wasn't even done yet with the COVID. So I think just getting it open last year was a big positive. So now let's look at it. Let's see what we can do to really make it a central focal point in the community. And I think we could do that. So the pool committee is going to be very important on kind of giving ideas. You're not going to be running the pool. It's not like you're going to have a shift over there or anything like that. It's just basically a committee. You're going to meet with Parks and Rec, and we're going to talk and go from there. So it's something new. So as far as what's going to end up being, I'm not sure yet, but it could be kind of fun. So is there anyone interested in doing that? Or what we need to do is recruit some people too. So I saw Andrea's hand. Yes. I already had her name wrote down anyway. So anyone else interested?
Yeah, this is Emily. I'm also interested.
Okay. I know you girls got a whacked out schedule a lot of times, but just holler if you're interested, or Jake, or are you interested in the pool committee? You interested in the pool committee? And Brandon's interested also, so that's awesome. I'd like to see is probably 5 or 6 people on there, and I know, we talked to Mrs. Sizer, we've talked to Leslie Freeland. What I'd like to do is have you guys do a little recruiting. I'll do a little recruiting, and the next meeting I'll put that on the agenda. And what we'll do, we'll get 5, 6 people. We'll turn it over to council. Here's our recommended pool committee. They can approve it. We can go forward. So by that time, we'll be getting hot and heavy into the pool season, hopefully. So any comments on that, guys? Andrea, Emily, anyone else with how you'd like to see this committee actually look?
I think having, a smaller committee, not making it huge, and being able to get together on a regular basis before the pool even gets to the point where we have to think about opening it would be good.
Yeah.
Getting all of our ideas down.
And I'll send you that. I'll send it to you tomorrow. It's not yet tonight. That what I did. I've got some decent ideas. Feel free to expand on that too. So it's just a suggestion. But yeah, I'm thinking 5 people would be kind of a nice number for this group, or 4 or 5. And so talk to your friends. Anyone can be on it. So someone that's
I like
available.
the idea of. I thought about this not too long ago, but I think there's still a couple of people that were alumni of our other pool, and having their input when it comes to the swim lessons and how they ran their programs. I thought they did a phenomenal job for years. So possibly reaching out to a couple of community members. I see it.
Christine from LSN used to work at the pool. She might be interested. She has that wisdom from the old pool site too. So yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, let's communicate. We'll we can talk, send texts, calls, whatever, and we got 3 people here. If we can get a couple more, that'd be perfect. And like I said, you don't want to have this isn't a committee where you have to worry about quorums or anything like that. This is just a committee for the pool that, want to make improvements. So.
Great. I look forward to it. I think it'll be awesome.
Cool. Tori or Hannah, anything to add to that?
No, I think that sounds great.
Good deal. Ice cream's done?
No, no, she didn't finish it. Not yet.
Let's talk a little bit about the 2021 here. how I'm treating it as the park and rec director, I'm treating it like full speed ahead. I don't want to get caught worrying about is this going to open and are we able to do this? I want to be prepared. So when we get to that season, hopefully we're good to go. Our first thing up was going to be spring soccer, which we'll start doing registration. I'm starting to get forms around right now. We'll start early March and start putting the forms together and hopefully start registering people. We want to make sure, we have a travel aid too. I'm not sure how that's going to look, but I know a lot of people have been playing since the fall of last year, just making sure that they're following COVID rules and 6 feet masks, yada yada. But I think it's possible we can do this. So unless something extreme happens, so that's our plan. We need to, I'm planning on doing a 3-on-3 tournament again this year. That's the second weekend in July, festival weekend. The festival is planning on rolling out again this year. So, all these different events are going to try to make a comeback this year. The Blissfield on Tap, our craft beer festival, we want to start planning a date for that. I think we've tentatively got a date. I think 10th. I'm not looking at the calendar right now, but we need to start talking about that. I'm going to put that on the agenda pretty heavy next meeting, Jake, so we can talk about that. We're going to have the Forkey family is going to be involved in that too, so we can help them out. They can help us. But I just don't want to say, let's just wait and see what happens. I want to be proactive instead of reactive to our scheduling this year. And the same scheduling we ran the last few years. Here in February, every February I send out letters to all the businesses I can think of. I send out hundreds of letters just asking them for support, help support the rec program. It's been very successful since I started doing this. We get anywhere from $3,000 to $6,000 in just by sending out these letters, and they get their names on the back of our shirts when we produce them for the soccer team. So everyone's been very generous with that throughout the years. So we'll do that again this year. Might have to edit the letter a little bit to represent the times we're in now, but just so you guys know what's going on. Then we roll into the fall. We do our fall soccer league. We do fall football, flag football. I open the gyms up throughout the year during the mornings when that becomes available again. We open the gyms up Tuesday through Saturdays at 6 a.m. for basketball, which anyone's invited for that. So as soon as that we get the okay to do that, that'll start rolling again. We have adult volleyball throughout the winter that we'll do again as soon as the gyms have become available. So we do quite a bit. I know right now it probably doesn't look like that, but we stay pretty active. With the trail project, that's gonna keep us a little more active. The pool obviously is gonna keep us very active. And just even if you're not on the pool committee, your input's very important. So feel free to speak up on that, even if you're not on a pool committee. Ideas out there are always good. So, and anything else, it's not like we're limited to all those events too. We can do whatever we want basically with the approval of council. So if you guys have any ideas, what I would like to see you guys do go forward this year is to send me ideas of things you would like to see, events or something you'd like to see on the agenda. What are you guys laughing at?
Watching Jake and his cat. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
He's like pushing his head. Okay.
He's pushy. He's weird. Sorry.
Black Panther. So I'd like to see you guys really have some input into the agenda and stuff, what different things you'd like to see, and any new ideas. I mean, we got Andrea on now. We got all you guys always have good ideas. So anytime you want to see something on the agenda, just let me know ahead of time. I'm going to start doing the meeting minutes and the agenda a lot sooner, so you can actually go on the village website. They're going to be posted on there. So if you have ideas or whatever, get it to me as soon as you can. So,
Hey, Eric.
Yep. Yes.
Can I jump on that village website comment that you were just making?
It's very green yet. It's not updated. Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, I was just wondering, like, if we had suggestions. I'm not sure if anybody's seen it, but there's no list of like the addresses where the parks are located at, or like a map or anything like that there's no, your contact information isn't on the page with the, anyways, there's just a bunch of little things. So I'm not sure if anybody else has gotten a chance to take a look at it. Maybe we could send you our suggestions here.
Yeah, I actually spoke with Lisa, who's our clerk, Lisa Novak, who's awesome. And they rolled it out. So there's some tweaking. It's got, the committee's got to be updated. There's a lot of little updates on there. I saw a couple typos and stuff, but it's a lot better.
Some of the stuff it talks about that we have a Junior Olympics and like these other activities that I don't think I've ever heard of. So I'm not sure if that was like stock text. I don't think it's what the old site said.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I didn't see that one, but I'll look at it, dive into it a little more deeply. I know Lisa's looking at it. She's going to update it, but this is going to be a lot more friendly than the old site. And I think in a month you'll see it pretty much tweaked out to where everyone's correct and spellings and all that fun stuff. So, but yeah, it's cool. It's something that they've been working on for about a year or so. Yeah. What else I have on here? Like I said, any new events, the bowling alley is open now. So I've been talking to the guys at the bowling alley about, maybe running some youth events through Parks and Rec for bowling. So we haven't had a bowling alley in a while. So it's pretty cool. They did a lot of work down there. They spent a lot of money. It's going to have a tiki bar, ladies, down there. So, and they're going to have some pretty good food, it looks like, too. So that's something that, they're already starting to line up some leagues that we can work in conjunction with them and help them out, and they can help us out. So, but anything else, stuff like that, feel free to chime in.
Hey, Eric, I had a question about our meeting dates.
Yes.
Are they all going to be on Thursdays?
Yeah, everything. I know last year, were you on the first of last year, Emily? I can't remember.
Yeah.
I had the first 2 or 3 months on Tuesdays because I was in a basketball league. But there's nothing happening right now, so we've been normally it's the third Thursday every month. So have we changed it once in a while? Yeah. Those are bad days for you in there somewhere, Emily?
No, I just wanted to get it on my calendar before I started booking work events.
Yeah, that's pretty much in stone. That we'll go the third Thursday of every month. So unless they start a basketball league, then we'll change it. So yeah, plan on that. And that calendar should be on the village website also. Or just call me if you have any questions. I appreciate everyone being on. I think we got a really fun group here that we can have a lot of fun and get a lot accomplished. Like Darwin was saying, he's going to be here for 8-9 months. I think he said. No, maybe not.
I hope not that long. My husband will divorce me.
So we're gonna use him while he's here. It's gonna be awesome. I think the village is turning the corner, headed the right direction, and I'm glad that all you guys are gonna be part of it. So, any other final words from anyone? Okay, awesome. Well, again, welcome Andrea to Parks and Rec. We've been trying to recruit you forever, so I'm glad you signed that 5-year contract. So thank you. The pay is great. Thumbs up to you too. All right, guys. I'll send you that information I did on the pool probably tomorrow. And if you have any questions, let me know.
It's
Thanks,
nice
everyone.
meeting everybody. Have a good night.
Bye, guys.